Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I got a new set of tools I want to share with you guys today, and many of you are probably no stranger to the brand of KNIPEX, but they sent us out this set to review and give our honest opinion on, and the set number is 001958V02. As it says here, this is going to be your precision Circlip Pliers. So what these are used for, we'll go through that here in this video here momentarily, kind of compare it to some other stuff, and also show you where you typically want to use these. So hang tight, we'll jump on here now and let you guys see what all's in the bag. Alright, so we'll pull it on out here. It does come in a tool roll, a very nice nylon tool roll that has a buckle clasp here that's plastic. We'll go over the box here real quick too, let you guys kind of see what it talks about. It says it has these inserted tips. So you're going to see that it's going to be made of a hardened steel, the whole plier set itself, but that these tips are going to be even harder. And they're saying in here that they're going to be lasting 10 times longer than their competitors. Slim head shape, we'll see how that looks there. And they also talk about the bolted joint, which is nice in the center, nice bolted joint. And they also talk about the internal spring. So we'll see how those all line up. KNIPEX makes all of their pliers in Germany, not anywhere else overseas. It is made in their own home country. And you can see where the uses for these are. Might as well talk about it now. A lot of bearing or race sets are going to require these C-clips to be installed or removed, and so these pliers are used quite frequently for that. And here's the part where they talk about 10 times longer service life. Pliers body of definitely chrome vanadium, electric steel as they call it, and forged and oil hardened. If you know KNIPEX, they do a great job with hardening their tools. They're not soft metals, and we may talk about soft metals here relatively shortly, but KNIPEX does a very good job with heat treating and using high quality metals. Now I'll get this here for you guys too, so you can see the part numbers for each of them, their layouts, right, 90-degree ones, and then what their size capabilities are for what type of fastener that you're going to be using. So take note of that. All right, so let's jump in there. Let's take a look at what's inside the case. Nice clasp, nice actually nylon bag. There's definitely some like lower quality ones that are out there. This setup is actually quite nice. As you see here, it's going to be an 8-piece set. They have a nice flap here that folds down to protect and cover the tools. It is sewn to keep all the compartments to themselves, but we'll pull out the first one here, and this is going to be part number 4921811. This is going to be spring loaded. So as you press, it wants to release and go back to its original shape. Now, they do a good job with their forging. Having KNIPEX there. And then once we get the tip, I'm going to zoom in for you guys, so you guys could see that those are inserted. So separate material from this chrome vanadium. Now, let's take a look at how they work on. So one thing that you might find yourself doing is if you're ever servicing your ratchets, some older ratchets, some newer ratchets have C-clip. Let's double check, see if the sizing lines up. Should fit inside the C-clip. Perfect. So it goes inside there, and you just give it a nice little squeeze. And what it does is it pulls it all in, shrinks it down, and then allows you to pull out that clip. And you just release like so, and remove it. And it does a good job. Yeah, obviously no damage on it. We'll take it, put it back together. Let you guys see how it functions. That's very easy. Very easy to open and close. Now let's show you guys a little cheaper one. So if you ever go to Harbor Freight and buy yourself a set, this is terrible. I don't think this even works. You guys could see what happens. If you buy yourself a cheap set, so they on the Harbor Freight, all they do is they just take the material and then cut it down until they make those circles. And this set's just been so beat up that it won't even, I mean, it won't even fit inside there. It just gets so beat up. And that's the problem when you go cheap with a set of tools. I'm actually honestly thinking about doing a worst of Harbor Freight list. And if I do, I'm tempted to put this in that list. You guys tell what you think if I should do a video on that. But these just don't cut it. These are not good. And there's a lot out there that are like that. There's a lot of Chinese, and even the Taiwanese ones, when you got a lot of pressure on these and you got such a small surface trying to grab, they are just not nice. All right, so you want to take the time, make sure you get it in there right. Okay, perfect. It's in there, it's seated. It's allowing me to now grab it and squeeze it. Okay, we'll put it back inside as needed. And if you choke too high up on it, it's not going to let it to drop, so you may have to find yourself just readjusting so that it goes back down. And then you could place it too by loosening it. If you have a certain clocked orientation that you like, I like straight up and down, and boom, it's in there. If you're worried about it not being there tight enough too, you could then put it back together, put it back in the holes, and then push apart to make sure it seats, because they may not always seat nice. So give it a little push, make sure it seats. All right, it's in there. Let's see how it looks on the end. Any damage or anything? We'll clean it up real quick. Looks phenomenal. And they even taper them too to allow it to grab and bite without it slipping off. Yeah. I think it's just grease on there. Looks great. Okay, so let's go through all of the, now that we've shown you how they work, let's go through all the ones that are in the bag. So this one's not spring-loaded. Again, it does have a nice forging process. Very nice, very smooth. And no sharp edges. They did a good job. It does have a bolt through the middle here, so you can tighten that and loosen as needed. But right now it's in a pretty good position. No play, very tight. They have the dipped handles. These are the wrinkle finish, which is nice. KNIPEX likes to do that. Part numbers laid out. There's your size layout, 19 to 60 millimeter, made in Germany. Okay, so there's one. Here's the slightly smaller version, spring-loaded. So they do build it with a spring inside of here. And there's its part number and its designated size. I just love that they do that for you. Again, they pitch these so you have the best orientation for grabbing. It's going to make the C-clip want to drop down, right, as you pull out, as opposed to fall off or fly off. So they've already thought ahead on these. You can jump up a size. This one's going to be spring-loaded too. It's going to be larger ones. So let's say you're dealing with bearings or even axle components on a car. These ones are getting a little bit bigger, more so for those sizes. And you guys can see the sizing chart there and the part number as well. These ones get a little bit bigger on the end too. Difference on these ones now, these ones are now pulling together. As you pull together, it's going to want to pull up in there, right? So again, they're clocking these or orientating these to work best. And then here's your straight-on ones. You guys are if you are looking here too, you may notice that there's these markings here. I believe that's the process they use for when they put this spring steel in there. They actually use a compression fitting. They actually squeeze it to hold it in place. So that's why you see those two marks there. Allows them to quickly tighten them in there and make sure they stay. Going a little bit bigger. So again, same idea as these 90-degree angle ones, but these are going to be your straight access ones. And these ones again straight. Again, that allows you to go in there, grab your clip, pull it out, hold it in place, put it back in, allow it to tighten back up, and you're good to go. Works great. I like how it's got such a nice narrow head to it. If you're looking at the El Cheapos, right, these ones are supposed to give you multiple positions, but look how much bigger that is and how harder is that is to get into a position. These are just not as good. I mean, quality-wise, not even close. Don't ever buy anything that looks like that. Word to the wise. And then last one. extra long, extra narrow, slightly larger. And there's your part number and your size range. So great set of Circlip pliers, and quality. I mean, I'd say for one of the sets, I mean, if you're looking to buy a set of these, it's going to be worth paying the bucks, because I've bought enough of these or renditions of these that just do not deliver. You're going to want to spend the bucks, honestly, guys, and just get something that's nice. A good set like this that's got most of what you're going to be needing, and it's going to hold up. It's not going to fall apart on you, because the worst thing you do is mess up one of these clips and not get it out, and then you're stuck trying to get it out with other tools. Just get a nice set like these. So I think this set, yeah, obviously you can find this set all over. Amazon's a good popular place. Right now it's just over 200 bucks for the whole set. Yes, that is a steep price tag, but I would say for these, it's almost like you either spend the big bucks and get a really good set, or you just get garbage. I don't see too many in the middle, and my experience has not been good for the middle. You're probably gonna spend at least 100 bucks for a set like this. That's even close to being decent, but KNIPEX does a great job. For 200 bucks, they take good care of you. It's a great set. It's gonna last you a very long time. So I don't doubt that. But I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Is there another set that you guys prefer to this? I'd love to hear about it. And maybe if you already have this set, tell me what your experience is. And if you guys haven't done it already, please like, please subscribe, because we'll keep bringing the content like this to you guys multiple times a week. But anyways, thanks guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you guys very soon.